like, if you're gonna dress a certain way or put out a certain vibe, then obviously you're gonna be a target for that kind of thing, I think.
I think, yeah, what Kiri was saying was right. I think if you communicate one thing and you're putting out a particular message, then you can't be surprised when you get something back. I don't think it's necessarily personal, but at the same time it is, because if you're dressing a certain way, it's you that's dressing that way.
I think for me, it's the type of girl that would sleep with a guy knowing he's in a relationship, or think that if she sleeps with him, she might change his mind on his perspective on relationships, for instance. Sometimes you meet single guys and they'll outright say, like, I don't want to be in a relationship. Or maybe she's trying to mask a lack of confidence, so she tries to put herself out there and instead becomes a beat and delete, and then she will think that if she sleeps with him, she might change his mind.
I wouldn't say that there is always a type, like Nani was saying, I don't think it's always personal, and I don't think that there is necessarily a type. I think that you can catch any woman in her vulnerable state and she will maybe sleep with somebody, and then she might actually regret it and think, I want a relationship from this, and the guy might actually know that that's what she wants. So he's thinking, I don't want a relationship, so the next thing for him to do is just cut it right there and not have any contact with her afterwards, so that she knows it was nothing more than just the beat and the delete. Some girls, it happens to over and over again because they make the same mistake. I think that there are some women who feel that the way to show they love a man is through having sex with them. So they continue to guy in order to kind of seal the deal and give the guy something to keep him coming back. But yet, that is actually sometimes something that makes him go further because he's just not interested thereafter. Some guys, I've spoken to guys and they've actually said that they won't sleep with a girl more than 3 times because they don't want to give the girl the idea that they're going into a relationship, and even though they haven't said to a girl that that they want a relationship, they've made it clear from the start they don't want it. They've said that in the past that girls have become attached to them because they're having sex, and you know, the next thing you know, the girl's all right with it, but the next thing you know, she wants to cuddle in bed, and then that's a clear sign. Oh, okay, cuddled all night last night. This is the last time this is going to happen. So on my way.
It's definitely probably the attachment thing that drives the guys to do it. That it's much easier to get what they want and then run off so that you don't get the attachment. And that's probably one of the kind of like driving factors behind it. But I think in terms of, is it a personal thing? I think it does go back to what the person's saying and what they're putting out there, because sometimes the two things don't match up together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or a thing where like, sometimes I've seen guys have they've seen a girl and they've done their little CRB check on her, and then their friends like, yeah, I ran through that, like, you know, beat it one time, whatever, and they're thinking, like, the girl could be going on like she's kind of wifey material, and he's thinking, nah, she's not. The friend will be like, nah, she was good still, you know, in the bedroom, whatever. So the guy will kind of play along to the girl that, yeah, everything's cool. He's not going to tell her that his friend's giving him the background information, and then he just beats the girl and then deletes her, but she's none the wiser. She doesn't actually know that the friend has given that information already.
I think, like, retaliation, like, I don't really know, like, what you can consider retaliation, but if someone's going to do that to you, like, really, like, why are you going to do anything back? Like, what can you do, really?
If you're going to retaliate, as you said, what are you going to do? Mash up his car, break through his window? What are you going to do? And I just think when you get to a certain age, you kind of, like, if something happens in your life that you don't like, for instance, you get deleted and deleted, to retaliate against it is rather childish, you know. Be mature about it. Analyze the situation. Understand where you went wrong. Think about how you can change it. And just be as dignified about it as you can, really. You know, to go on Twitter or something and say, so-and-so has got a small penis as your way to retaliate, like, what does it do for you, really? You know?
you're not helping yourself by that.
As Sian was saying, if you're going to be angry with somebody, the only person you can be angry with is yourself. And if you're angry at yourself, the only thing you can do is look at your situation and decide how you can change it. I don't think girls beat and delete. I think girls, like, a guy could be interested in them. They might not like them, but he will fill a gap for a while, you know. So he doesn't get beaten and deleted. He gets, like, beaten, dated, you know, might take her out a few times, and he's basically not a beat and delete. He's just a standing guy, you know. Or if you want to, he could be I don't know what you want to call it, a standing guy, a box, or whatever, you know. Females are more conscious about body count, yeah. So they're less likely to want to just beat and delete a bunch of guys. They will, if they're gonna go that far with them, you might have, like, have him for his worth until he's not worth anything anymore. I don't think there's a girl out there who actively does beat and delete.
Women that maybe beat and delete. I know it's a TV show and that, but you know, if you look like at Samantha from Sex in the City, or like a woman that is about her shit, like, you know, she's top level in a company or something, and she just, like, the guys that she just wants to have sex and go, her career, she's career focused, and emotions, she doesn't get attached to her emotion, she separates the two. That's when a woman would do it. Or women that might do that might be people that are in a relationship and they want something different, but the guy isn't what they, you know, they just want to have the sex with that person and go about their business, but that guy's got to kind of care as well at the same time. Because when we're saying beat and delete, if it's like, beat and delete is literally one person obviously wanted more and they got deleted. Whereas if you went into it and saw it as a one night stand and you both didn't ask for each other's phone numbers or anything anyway, then it's not really beat and delete, is it?
Well, I speak for myself. I do know people like that easily you can just get a number, do the thing, it's over.
And say bye.
Bye. And I think what Makina was saying about body count, I think, yeah, women are more conscious of body count, for sure, but I think that's publicly conscious of body count. I think between girls and their friends, they know that certain people got body counts and they're stacking them up, and it's an inside joke.
That's why I think a lot of the time as well, women are very careful about who they are gonna beat and delete. And sometimes if they have been deleted, it's because it's whack. It's because it is totally whack. Like, some women will be waiting years to have sex and then they have it, and the guy isn't cutting it. Like,
just a disappointment.
Like, you know, they'll phone their friend the next day and be like, "That's put me off him," you know, why the guy's done it. But these times, you know, that it was a reason that she actually knows me.
I think Cyan's hit a strong point there, because, you know, that whole thing about, for a woman, there's a lot more work that goes into it. And I mean, me personally, as a woman, I think there's nothing worse than shit sex. Like, men have all the talk, but, you know, and I'm sorry, as a woman, personally, that I could be getting to know a guy for a long time and he could be giving me all the sweet talk and all of that. And then we finally make it to the bedroom, and it's like, what the fuck was that? You know, you deserve to get deleted.